100 milligrams, olanzapine 10 milligrams, and sertraline 50 milligrams, since there is a new delivered stocks of mental health commodities in the health facilities, while all other essential commodities decrease in stocks compared to the first and second quarter. Next po is sa nutrition program. For the nutrition program, which is the PCB procured out of 6 medicines, MNP has the highest number of stocks available for the covered period, while RUTF has the least number of stocks. RUSF and ferrous sulfate tablet has no stocks. So, no notable variation of vitamin A 100,000 IU, vitamin A 200,000 IU, RUTF, and MNP between second and third quarter, and while ferrous sulfate tablet has no stocks in the third quarter. For the National Immunization Program, out of 10 vaccines, MR vials has the highest number of stocks available for the covered period, while PCV has the least number of stocks. There's also an increase in stock of 4 essential commodities in the third quarter, which is TD vaccine, MR, MMR, and pentavalent vaccine. BCG, IPV, OPV, Hepa B, PPV, and PCV had no notable variation from the previous quarter. For the family planning program po, out of 5 medicines, COC has the highest number of stocks available for the covered period, while IOD has the least number of stocks. And there is the decrease in stocks of DMPA and POP. There's also an increase in stock of Emplanon and IOD, while no notable variation of stocks with COC condom between second and third quarter. Under the oral health program, PDOHO has only stocks for the oral health family package with 255. So for the communicable disease unit, under National HIV, AIDS, and STI Prevention and Control Program, all these medicines is only available in Salvacion Opas Inigas Memorial Provincial Hospital, and there's no stock of HIV test kits due to expiration. Nag-expired siya last July 2024. And no notable variation of lamivudine plus tenofovir plus efavirenz bottle, and lopinavir plus ritonavir bottle, and lamivudine plus tenofovir plus dolutegravir bottle. For the National Tuberculosis Program, out of 6 medicines, FDC4 has the highest number of stocks available for the covered period, while pyrazinamide suspension has the least number of stocks available. And there is a significant decrease in stock level of essential commodities for the National Tuberculosis Program, except for isoniazid and pyrazinamide suspension, which has seen an increase in stocks compared to the second quarter. For the Integrated Helminth Control Program, We only have one commodity, which is the albendazole 400 milligrams tablet with 162,561 tablets stock on hand as of September 30, 2024. For the National Leprosy Control Program, we only have MDT Combi adult stock available with 5,180 blister packs. For the National Rabies Prevention Control Program, commodity stock on hand are the anti-rabies serum, Equine, and purified rabies vaccine with its corresponding quantity with 15 and 154. So no stock available on the program of emerging and re-emerging infectious disease, National Filariasis Elimination Program, Aedes-borne Viral Disease Prevention Control Program, and the National Malaria Control and Elimination Program, and Schistosomiasis Control and Elimination Program. For the months to last, out of 23 commodities under non-communicable disease unit, 14 commodities only have sufficient stock for 1 month and 2 months to last respectively. Under lifestyle-related disease and prevention program, amlodipine 5 milligrams tablet is only commodity with stocks while all other commodities under this program are stock out. Under family health unit commodities, out of 21 essential commodities, 12 commodities have sufficient stock for 1 month and 2 months to last respectively. Some health facilities were overstocked of COC pills, while 4 out of 21 commodities are understock, which are BCG vaccine, hepatitis B vaccine, PCV, and TD vaccine. And in some health facilities, ferrous sulfate tablet, vitamin 100,000 IU, and IUD are stocked out. So under the communicable disease unit, 4 out of 21 commodities have sufficient stock for 1 and 2 months to last respectively. Under the National Tuberculosis Program, FDC2 adult and FDC4 adult are understock in most of health facilities, while other commodities under Food and Waterborne Disease Prevention and Control Program are stock out and also stock out of Vaxirub for rabies vaccine. For the near expiry commodities, for commodities from mental health program considered near expiry, we have a total of 60 divalproic acid to 50 milligrams in CH1 and 30 tablets of escitalopram 10 milligrams from Libagon and Enhawan will be expiring this month. And a total of 1,380 of olanzapine and 548 risperidone 2 milligrams will be expiring on the month of December. Under the family health unit, we have IPV vaccine and IUD. Both will be expiring on December 2024. So these are the corresponding health facility with near expiry under family health unit. So as you can see in the graph, we have 43 for the IPV and 15 for the IUD that will be expiring this December. For the communicable disease unit, we have rifampicin that will be expiring this December and October, and MDT Combi will be expiring also this coming December. So a total of 50 rifampicin suspension will expire in this October in RHU Hinundayan, and a total of 3 rifampicin suspension in RHU Hinunangan will expire this December. A total of 5,180 MDT Combi will expire on the month of December. So despite the considerable efforts to avoid wastages, some commodities were still documented as having expired. We have flufenazine decanoate ampule with a total of 1,461 expired last August, and a total of 600 capsule of fluoxetine expired on the month of September. So I will proceed now for the quarterly data analysis on the pharmaceutical supply chain management assessment. For the management, administration, and human resource, among the 23 service delivery points monitored, only 20 or 86.96% have a dedicated person in charge of managing medicines and are trained on PSCM standards. 21 out of 23 or 91.30% have a computer for encoding, and 20 or 86.96% health facilities are with internet connection. So 22 out of 23 or 95.65% have a dedicated encoder in recording all the commodities and are cooperative and consistent in providing documentation required by the DOH. For the selection and quantification, among the 23 service delivery points monitored, only 10 or 43.48% health facilities procured medicines for this quarter. 17 or 73.91% of health facilities with medicines available are enlisted in Philippine National Formulary, and 22 or 95.65% health facilities file the requisition and issue slip and readily available as reference. For the request and receipt of medicines, 23 or 100% of health facilities receive medicines completely based on invoice receipt of property or IRP and bill of lading, receive in good condition, and delivery receipts are properly documented, filed, and readily available for access. For the inventory management, among the 23 service delivery points monitored, 22 or 95.65% health facilities update every movement of stocks through stock cards, logbooks, or electronic copy. All of the health facilities follow first expiry, first out, and first in, first out principles, and 17 health facilities experience stock out. 9 of the 23 health facilities did not experience oversupply, and all health facilities, or 100%, physically separates damaged, recalled, and expired medicines. So the comments on or the findings, some facilities do not have stock cards for each medicine available, or stock cards are not updated. So we recommend them to provide a stock card for inventory purposes. So these are the list of stock out of stock medicines of as of September 30, 2024. Most of the stock outs are from the lifestyle related disease program and the mental health program. Next is the use of medicines, disposal, and donations. So all health facilities, or 100%, have a recording system for their dispensed medicines, functional systems for reporting adverse drug reaction and donations, and a functional system for disposing medicines. For the storage condition, among 23 service delivery points monitored, only 17 SDPs, or 73.91% of health facilities, have a storage room solely for medicines, and 21, or 91.30%, of the health facilities are dry, clean, and well ventilated. All medicines were stored and protected from direct sunlight in all health facilities. 18, or 78.26% of health facilities are equipped with industrial thermometers, and 15, or 65.22% of the health facilities have the correct temperature conditions, and 100% of the health facilities use cabinets, shelves, and pallets. So all health facilities, or 100%, of the health facilities have secured medicines. 21, or 91.30%, health facilities have enough space to store all medicines, and 22 health facilities, or 95.65%, has a system of arranging products, mostly through therapeutic category and by its source. So 21, or 82.60%, health facilities also have a functioning and well-maintained refrigerator, and 19, or 91.30 no 19 of the health facilities prepared contingency plans to maintain cold chains during emergency situations. So for the comments and findings, some health facilities do not have calibrated thermohygrometers. It was noted that only the Formula F1 Plus Batika ng Bayan outlets have calibrated thermohygrometers. And for the action taken, we have recommend them to have their thermometer calibrated yearly. And for the continuation for the findings, some health facilities do not have pallets, especially those in the stock room, which is temporarily in the pharmacy room. So we recommend them to request or to provide pallets for all their commodities. Some health facilities do not have air conditioned in their pharmacy, so we recommend them also to provide an electric fan if they cannot provide aircon, in order to maintain the potency of the medicines. And health facilities, especially the Butika ng Bayan, their industrial thermometer needs to be calibrated due to a 1-year validity. So we recommend them to recalibrate their industrial thermometer and the DOST advised them to have an additional industrial thermometer to be calibrated for the stock room or in the BioRef. And lastly, the other health facilities have no available contingency plan. We recommend them to provide a contingency plan. That's all po. Thank you.
Thank you, John, for the report. So, nakalimutan ko kanina Wheel of Names pala, magko-comment sa Leyte. So, Erlene, please go. Yung mapipili po ngayon, yung po magko-comment sa report ni Ma'am Grace kanina. Yung Lycee.
Hello po. Hello, Ma'am Tere.
Hello, Ma'am Glyce. Naririnig po.
Regarding po report late team, well presented po an era data third quarter. Paadla po wala po ada an era ka compared and first to third quarter nga data. Pero the rest, well presented po an data needed for the commodities. That's all. Congrats. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you. So, next po na mapipili is magko-comment po sa Southern Leyte po. Ma'am Glenda. Hinahakot ng Eastern Summer. Ma'am Glens. Ada pa Ma'am Glenda.
Connecting pa po, ma'am.
Connecting po.
Sige, sige. Next na lang, Erlene. Ma'am Tinay. Over to you po.
Hello, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon po. So, pwede si Ate Badet yung mag-comment. Balit.
Call a friend. Call
Call a
call team
friend.
leader.
May designation na kami, ma'am.
Ma'am Badet, ikaw daw.
Gaan ay wala ako pa
Ma'am
joke.
Tinay na lang. Ma'am Tin, kahit ano na lang, i-comment
Pwede ka
mo
na
sa
lang.
report sa South Leyte.
Sige, ako na lang. Pinay?
Over to you, Ma'am Badet.
Yung paso sa akon kay nag-present na daw sira.
Sige po.
Sabi ko, sige, may nakready. Sa presentation ni Janine, I appreciate all your overall presentation sa clarity ng delivery, ng data analysis, and using the visuals po, easily understood po by the audience. Yun po. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am
Congratulations.
Badet, for the comments. Okay, next na po tayo na reporter sa team Piliran po.
Good afternoon, everyone. For the province of Biliran, we have Ma'am Lolit po, the birthday girl, to present our
Birthday,
data
ma'am.
analysis. Wait lang po ha.
Good afternoon, everyone.